Welcome back, children. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see supplementary lesson The Cat and the Painkiller from Unit 4. Okay, so this story is an extract from the Adventures of Tom Sawyer and it is written by Mark Twain. Okay, so before getting into the lesson, now let's see about the author. So I want you people to take out your English reader. So have a pencil with you. Note down the meanings for the hard words. Okay, so now let's see about the author. About the author. It's on page number 111. Samuel Langhorne Clemens in the year 1835 1910, better known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. Twain was raised in Hannibal, Missouri, which later provided the setting for his novels. His famous works are The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Okay, so these are his famous works. So The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, so that is what we are going to see. This lesson is an extract from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Alright, so this lesson's name is A Cat and the Painkiller. Alright, so now let's get into the lesson. A note about the novel. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is a novel about a young boy, Tom Sawyer, growing up along the Mississippi River at St. Petersburg. Tom Sawyer lives with his aunt Polly and his brother Sid. He is up to all sorts of mischief, but very cleverly he escapes from the punishments that are given to him. He finds school life miserable, but after Becky Thatcher's arrival in town, he is a bit happy to go to school. Even that happiness does not last long, as Becky falls ill and does not come to school for a very long time. Bored of school, Tom, with his best friends Joe Harper and Huck, runs away to an island in the Mississippi called Jackson's Island to become a pirate. People in their hometown think that they are dead, but to the pleasant shock of everyone, they arrive at their own funeral. The Cat and the Painkiller is one of the episodes of Tom Sawyer where we find him playing pranks on his Aunt Polly, who loves him very much but does not show her love outwardly in order to make Tom a good boy. Okay, so it is a very interesting story and you will really enjoy it. Okay, so it has got a short introduction before getting into the lesson, and that is what a note about the novel. So this is all about the introduction. The story which we are going to see is taken from the novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Okay, and that novel has a young boy and his name was Tom Sawyer. So this novel, you have a young boy in the story and his name is Tom Sawyer. He was grown up along the Mississippi River at St. Petersburg. Okay, so St. Petersburg is the city in Russia. Alright, so Tom Sawyer has a brother and his name was Sid. Okay, so Tom Sawyer's brother name was Sid. Tom Sawyer was a mischievous boy. So what do you mean by mischievous? He was very naughty. Okay, though he was very naughty, he cleverly escapes from all the punishments given to him. Okay, so whatever punishments, because he was naughty. When small children are very naughty, parents they give punishment or teachers they give punishment, right? So this boy was also very much naughty and so he was punished. Okay, so this boy is very much clever and so he escapes from all the punishments whichever is given to him. Alright, so he finds the school life miserable. That is, he don't like the school life. Okay, so he had a good friend, and her name was Becky Thatcher. Okay, so who is the name of his friend? What is the name of his friend? Her name was Becky Thatcher, and her arrival gave him happiness. Okay, so he was very much, he did not like to go to school, but this girl Becky Thatcher, after she came to school, they became friends, and because of that he became happy. Okay, Becky was a good friend to him, and they were happy together. Okay, so they both became friends, and so he was very much happy, and they both were happy together. All right, that happiness does not last long. Okay, so why it did not last? Because Becky, she fell sick, and she did not go to school for a long time. Okay, so she was not feeling well, and that is the reason why she did not go to school. Okay, so that made Tom Sawyer unhappy. Okay, so because of her only, he felt very happy to go to school. So now she stopped coming to school, and so he became unhappy. He was bored of school, so now again he did not like to go to school. His friends Joe Harper and Huck ran away to an island, and the name of the island was Jackson's Island. Okay, so he had two other friends, and their names are Joe Harper and Huck. Okay, so all these three, Tom Sawyer, Joe Harper, and Huck, they ran to an island, and the island's name is Jackson's Island. Okay, so it is in Mississippi, and they became pirate. Okay, so pirate means one who robs in ship. Okay, a person who robs and attacks ships in sea. Those people are said to be pirates. Okay, so you would have watched this Pirates of Caribbean and all. Okay, so that is a very famous movie. So all these three, they became pirates. Okay, unexpectedly the people in their town, they thought that they were dead. Okay, so they went to Mississippi, to an island, and they never came back, and so people, they just thought that they were dead. Okay, but they appeared in their own funeral. Okay, it was a shocking incident for all in the town, because they thought that they were dead, but all the three, they just came to their own funeral, and it was a very shocking news for them. Okay, so this story, The Cat and the Painkiller, is one of the episodes of Tom Sawyer. Okay, so there are so many episodes, like Harry Potter and all, you have so many episodes, right? So like that, this story has also got so many episodes, and in that episode, this Cat and the Painkiller is one of the episodes of Tom Sawyer. And here we can see Tom playing pranks on his aunt Polly. Okay, so his auntie's name is Polly. Okay, so this person Polly, that is Auntie Polly, she likes Tom very much. Okay, so what do you mean by pranks? This Tom Sawyer, he used to play pranks on his Aunt Polly, right? So what do you mean by pranks? Pranks means mischievous act or practical joke. Okay, so but she did not show her affection to Tom. Okay, so she was very much, she liked Tom very much, but she did not show her affection to Tom. Okay, so because she wanted to make Tom a good boy, so that is the reason why she did not show her affection towards Tom. Okay, so now we are going to see The Cat and the Painkillers extract. Okay, so here, what do you mean by extract? What do you mean by extract? The short passage taken from a text is extract. Is it clear? So what do you mean by extract? Extract means a short passage which is taken from a text, or it can be a short story, like short form of some stories. Okay, so here also the whole story is taken in a short form. Here the person Tom Sawyer is going to play pranks on Peter. Okay, so here Peter, who is Peter? Peter is a cat, as you can see in the picture. So this is cat, and its name is Peter. So now let's get into the story. Becky Thatcher, his friend, had stopped coming to school. This disturbed Tom. He became unhappy. The charm of life was gone. There was nothing but boredom left. He put his hoop away and his bat. There was no joy in them anymore, and so his Aunt Polly was concerned. She was infatuated with patent medicines and all new methods of producing health or mending it. She was an incurable experimenter in these things. Okay, so here the story, it begins, by introducing Becky Thatcher. Okay, so Becky Thatcher is a friend of Tom Sawyer, already we have seen. Okay, so she stopped going to school, and because of that, Tom was disturbed and he became unhappy. Okay, the happiness of life was gone and everything was boring for him. Okay, so he was not happy at all. Okay, so the happiness of life was gone for him, and the charm was gone. What do you mean by charm here? Charm means the happiness. Okay, so he lost all his happiness because his friend Becky Thatcher did not come to school. Okay, and he put all his hoop and bat away. So it means that he kept his playthings away. Okay, and he was not as usual. Okay, and this was troubling Aunt Polly. Okay, he stopped playing. He was lost. He was lost, and he wanted this Becky Thatcher again, because of her only he just liked school, and she stopped coming to school and all his happiness has gone. Okay, and Aunt Polly was very concerned and understood that he was disturbed. Okay, so she wanted him to become happy again. She wanted to see him happy again. Okay, so Aunt Polly was infatuated. So infatuated means inspired with inspired, and that is the meaning for infatuated. So with patent medicine, so medicine means non-prescribed medicines. Okay, so she was trying many new methods to recover him from his sadness. Okay, to make him come out from his sadness, she was trying new methods. Okay, so she tried new treatment. Okay, so let's see what are all the treatments. She began to try all manners of remedies on Tom. Okay, so that is she tried so many new methods, and the water treatment was new now, and Tom's low condition was a windfall to her. She had him out at daylight every morning, stood by him up in the woodshed, and drowned him in cold water. Then she rubbed him hard down with a towel like a file. Then she rolled him up in a wet sheet and put him under blankets. So what she was doing, so the water treatment, she tried the water treatment on Tom, and that was unexpected to Polly. Okay, so here windfall means unexpected. Okay, so it was unexpected, and she made him stand out at daylight every morning. Okay, so every morning she made him stand in the daylight, and after that she drowned him in cold water. Okay, she just drowned him in cold water, and then she rubbed him hard down with a towel like a file. Okay, then she rolled him up in a wet sheet and put him away under blankets. So this made Tom really very tired. So all these treatments, all these new methods, she just tried on Tom. Why? Because she wanted him to become happy, and that is the reason. Okay, so yet, notwithstanding all this, the boy grew more and more sad and pale and dejected. She added hot baths, sitz baths, shower baths, and plunges. Okay, so here that means he was not able to bear, he was not able to tolerate all these which Aunt Polly did to him. Okay, he became very, very sad. Here she made Tom to bath in hot water. Okay, sitz baths, hot water baths, sitz baths, it means a tub bath. So what do you mean by sitz baths? It means tub bath. And then shower bath. So everyone knew what is the shower bath. Plungers. So plungers means we push someone suddenly in water, and that is said to be plungers. Okay, so he was given all these treatment to recover from his sadness, but he remained bored. See, the boy remained bored. She began to assist the water with a slim oatmeal diet and plasters. She calculated his capacity and filled him up every day with quack cure owls. He became fed up, and so he thought over various plans of relief and finally hit upon that of professing to be fond of painkiller. He asked for it so often that he became a nuisance, and his aunt ended by telling him to help himself and quit bothering her. Okay, so what is happening here? He remained bored and he was not recovered from his sadness at all. So he was given the water with slim oatmeal diet and blister plasters. So blister means a small swelling of the skin. So he was given all sorts of treatment here. Okay, so Aunt Polly was trying many new methods, and she was considering herself as a doctor. Okay, so here the quack cure all means it was like Aunt Polly was a skilled in medicine. She was feeling herself, considering herself as a doctor, but she was not a doctor, and she was giving all sorts of medicines. Okay, so thinking herself as a doctor, so that was said to be quack cure owls. All right, so till here we can end up with, and tomorrow we will continue with the lesson. Thank you, children.